Hello class! In this video, I will be talking about how to complete a works cited page. Now, in our first summary that we did, Stop Scaring Students, I did not make you do a works cited entry. But for this next one, College is a Waste of Time and Money, I will ask you to do one. So there's a couple of rules to works cited pages. The first one is, it does not matter where your paper ends. Your works cited page is always going to start on the next fresh page. So I'm going to pretend that I have finished writing my summary for College is a Waste of Time and Money, and that takes up my entire page 1, and I'm now on page 2. So as you can see up here, I have my last name. We're pretending my name is Jane Student, and then the page number. All right, so remember, a couple of refreshers here. The acceptable font for MLA is Calibri or Times New Roman 12-point font. I'm going to click on my paragraph and make sure that my spacing is set at 0 and that my line spacing is set at double. Just to make sure, I'm going to go to my margins, and my margins are set on 1 inch all around, so I should be ready to go. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to type the words works cited. This is the way the MLA wants you to title your source page. I'm going to center that title works cited. I'm going to come down and left align, and now I'm ready for my entry. Now in front of you, you should have your Little Seagull Handbook. In your Little Seagull Handbook, there is an entire section devoted to works cited and MLA. Okay, this is in green, and it starts on page 109. We are actually going to be working from page 123. Okay, so I'll give you a minute to turn to page 123. Pause the video if you need to. Once you get to page 123, you will see the number 6 and the number 7. Okay, since the text that we're going to read, College is a Waste of Time and Money, is coming from our textbook, the Norton Reader, we are only looking at number 7. We are going to follow the template for works in an anthology. All right, so first of all, we need the author's last name. So we're going to start our entry with the author's last name, comma, and then the author's first name. MLA calls for a period after that. In yellow, you will see the title of the work. So the name of the work is College is a Waste of Time and Money. Notice it's in quotation marks. The next thing that the template calls for is the title of the anthology, and this is going to be in italics. So I am going to write the Norton Reader. That is the name of the anthology, period. All right, then it wants the editor. If you look on the front of your textbook, you will see that there are 5 or 6 different editors, but there is only one general editor, and this information is located on the title page. The general editor is Linda Peterson. So she is who I am going to list as the editor. Okay. The next thing that the template calls for is the publication city. In our book, you will see on the title page that it lists 2 cities, New York and London. If this happens, you're just going to put the first city that is listed. So we have New York and then a colon. The next thing it wants is the publisher. Well, the publisher of this book is W.W. Norton and Company. So MLA gives you the freedom as the writer to shorten publisher titles. Okay, so W.W. Norton and Company is shortened to Norton. Okay. The next thing it wants is a comma and then the year of publication. This information is available on the first couple of pages. You are going to look for the most recent copyright date. All right, the most recent copyright date, which is 2012. Then it wants the page numbers. Okay, our text goes from page 217 to page 225. So we're going to put 217 to 225. It wants a period after that. The next thing it calls for is the medium. Okay? Anything that exists in words and print is going to be print as the medium. If you find it online and it is only available online, then your medium is going to be web. And I'm sure you will have some of those. All right, so we have come to the end of the template. Now it's ready to format. Okay, so in MLA, every works cited entry calls for a hanging indent. Now normally, let's pretend that this were just a normal paragraph. Okay, we would indent here. We always indent the first line. But a hanging indent is actually the opposite of that. A hanging indent calls for everything except the first line to be indented 1/2 inch. Okay, there's different ways you can do that on Word. The way that I like it is just to grab this bottom triangle of my ruler and I'm going to bring it over to 1/2 inch. And now I have my hanging indent. Okay, if we were writing a longer paper, which we will be writing as the semester goes on, I would calm down and I would begin my second entry here. Okay, remember that on works cited pages, the first word of every entry should be in alphabetical order on your works cited page. All right, I hope you learned a lot. I hope that all of you enjoy college is a waste of time and money, and I will see you online.